Hey, thanks for tuning in to Ask Jackie, and I'm sorry it's been a while since I've posted anything. Um, what happened was my mom died, and it was really sudden, and she wasn't young, she was 78, but she wasn't sick, and I had lunch with her on Monday, I saw her on Thursday night she died, and I got a call on Friday morning, so it was quite a shock. And if you've ever had a big shock, like somebody dying or losing a job or having a boyfriend or girlfriend break up with you or a friend who doesn't want to be your friend anymore, you know that it kind of hits you in a really physical way. And it was just devastating. I don't know what else to say about it. But uh I'm a person who tries to find words for things, so I've been trying to find words for this experience. And even my husband and I, like one day I would say, I feel like I've been beat up with bats, and the next day he'd say, I feel like I'm just burned to a crisp. So we kept trying to find these words. And I think part of the grieving process is just trying to name things. So a couple of weeks ago, I was in Chicago and I was walking around a lake and I was out there by myself, which was probably not very smart, but it was just after their really, really horrible winter, and all the branches were down on the ground, and I was noticing that. And then I came to this place where a guy was in a backhoe, and he was pushing the branches out of the way, and he was just working and working and working. And of course, for me, being a lone woman out in the middle of nowhere, I was doing a threat assessment, thinking, how fast can I run if this is a bad guy? Well, suddenly he just, bam, he hit something, and shoosh, this this fluid just flew into his face, covered his torso, into his eyes. And then I was like, whoa, that's scary. This is not about me now, it's about him. So I ran over there to see if he was okay, because I was picturing hot fluids just flinging into his eyes. I didn't know if it was a radiator or what. But when I got there, he was sputtering and he was like trying to breathe, and he took out a handkerchief and he started wiping his eyes, and he was just trying to catch his breath and kind of wondering if he was okay. And I was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he turned out that what had sprayed him was oil. It wasn't hot, but he was, covered in oil. So he was wiping, and we looked at his tractor and found out that it was some kind of a pipe, or not a pipe, but a tube. I'm sure there's a word for that. That had got a hole in it and just sprayed him. And so I was, he was okay, and I left and I went on my walk. And then when I was on the way back from my walk, he was driving by the opposite direction, like he was going back to the barn or whatever, and he waved and I waved. So I knew he was okay. But that metaphor for me was just, that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me when my mom died. Like, I was going on my way. David and I were packing up for a road trip, and suddenly, boom, splat. What just happened? Am I okay? Can I breathe? I can't even see straight. I don't know what to do. I don't know what just hit me. That metaphor was just so perfect for me. It really gave me the words to explain what it felt like for me to have that loss. And then the fact that he turned around and had to go back, a different direction, it's like my life will be forever changed by this event. I'll always be going a different direction, or something new has definitely come into my life that I wasn't expecting. So for me, that was helpful, just to have that picture to explain what it felt like to me, to not be able to breathe, to have people rushing to my help and saying, handing me Kleenex and saying, can I help you? Are you okay? What can I do? People were fabulous, by the way. People showed up with food. People showed up with Costco food, like tons of food. People showed up with flowers and wine and just love, and sent cards, lots and lots of cards and video, not video, but like Facebook messages and emails and phone calls. So I think that was really helpful. I found that really helpful. And even when we did the memorial service, people were just wonderful. Like, I sent out emails to my friends saying, "Can you please bring food?" And I never even thought about it again. The food just came. It just people took care of it and they set it up, and it was wonderful. So that's where I've been, and that experience for me was really difficult. So I was thinking probably you have had some of those kind of difficult things happen to you where you're going along your own way and boom, something sprays at you from an unexpected source and changes the direction of your life forever. And I would love to hear about those. And I'll get back to talking about writing soon, but right now I'm processing grief. So I miss you, and thanks for tuning in to Ask Jackie. That is where I have been. Bye for now.